Welcome back. Earlier, we told you about lawmakers working to regulate the propane industry in Texas last session. Well, propane customers say more work is needed at the Capitol. There's one company that some customers complain is charging some of the highest rates in the state. Texas Community Propane serves 17 communities in Texas, including the Belterra development in southwest Austin. KXAN investigator Don Denny found homeowners there feel like they're stuck paying those big bills.
Larissa Bourgeois moved into Belterra for the kid-friendly, close-knit community. She didn't expect to go from mom to neighborhood activist.
The developer still owns 2/3 of the vote.
But that's exactly what's happened.
The really disturbing part about it is that he knew about that document and I didn't.
Larissa is helping lead a neighborhood fight against propane provider Texas Community Propane.
Yes, you need to read it.
The homeowners started a petition and quickly had several hundred names.
I want to stay here. I love the neighborhood. I love the schools. I want my kids to go to school here. But, you know, this is definitely a hindrance.
Heating bills in some Belterra homes have reached more than $1,200 a month.
I was shocked.
We compared prices of propane companies that serve communities in the area. In October, Direct Propane in Rough Hollow charged $2.10 a gallon. Alliant also charged $2.10 per gallon in the Rocky Creek neighborhood. Both of them below the national average of $2.37 that month. But Texas Community Propane charged Belterra residents $2.59 per gallon. This is one of TCP's tank farms that feeds into Belterra. It's set up so residents can't see it from the street. Something else residents had not seen until now is this contract between the developer and the gas company. It's a 30-year deal that automatically renews. Belterra residents say the developer should have told them about that agreement when they bought their homes. The contract not only locks them into using propane, it also restricts them to using only TCP.
I can't even switch my furnaces to electric without paying the propane company to do so.
If a resident wants to break that contract and switch to electric or anything other than Texas Community Propane, they have to pay up $950 to $1,500 per house. TCP owner Barton Purdue would not go on camera, but sent a statement saying the break fee is to partially cover loss of revenue regarding infrastructure already installed and ongoing ownership costs of that infrastructure. He did not respond to our questions about the high price complaints. We also tried to speak with developer Eric Willis, asking why the TCP deal was not disclosed to home buyers.
I'm Don Denny. I'm with KXAN. I've been trying to reach Eric.
Willis would not speak to us.
And trying to reach Eric Willis.
Then did not return our calls or emails.
It's a bit outrageous. There's been a lot of questions that we can't get answered from the developer. We've gone to Texas Community Propane to ask questions as well, and we just can't seem to get anything. So we're running into a dead end.
So what do you think drove all of this? Do you think it's
profit? It's a captive audience. We are now in the hands of a monopoly. That's what it is.
It's still a monopoly, and we have those in the state of Texas, but they're regulated through the Public Utility Commission.
State Representative Jason Isaac, who lives in Belterra, helped push through recent regulation that puts a cap on how much propane companies can charge. And he says some communities are seeing costs drop, but
that hasn't been the case here in Belterra. There's been a lot of concerns about their propane prices going up or their bills being extremely high.
I've gone to space heaters because it actually costs me less to heat a single room with a space heater than it does to turn on my furnaces.
Winter may be over, but Larissa says with the petition and possibly a lawsuit, they plan to keep turning up the heat. The only entity that may have the power to make a change in this situation is the Texas Railroad Commission. And we checked with them. There are currently no pricing complaints against TCP. But the commission did say there have been other pricing complaints against other gas companies. And in those situations, customers were paid back the money they were overcharged. Reporting from Southwest Austin, I'm Dawn Denny, KXAN News.
Again, the Texas Railroad Commission handles complaints against gas companies. We put a link on our website at KXAN.com in case you have a complaint of your own. It's important to note there is a new developer in charge of developing the rest of Belterra, and it is not the one who put the restrictive contract in place without disclosing it to residents. The new developer, Crescent Communities, told KXAN it did not know about that deal when it took over last fall, but it is not ignoring the situation. In a statement, they say, quote, there are limitations as to what actions can be taken taken. We are currently reviewing all information to determine the best course of action for the community going forward. And we learned propane will probably not be the energy source they choose for future homes being built in Belterra. We know the homeowners there have a petition and are considering legal action, but now they're complaining to the Texas Railroad Commission. That agency says it is investigating the pricing complaints made against TCP, and another homeowner just filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Coming up, he was named Texas Oil and Natural Gas Legislative Champion and worked to tackle propane issues in the last session. Representative Jason Isaac joins us in studio next when State of Texas In Depth returns.